Coaches, for today, we have a speaker who has been coaching for a little over 4 years. And in those 4 years, she has done a lot. She has been a premier coach. She has been an elite coach twice. She has been in Success Club 48 months, which makes her a Success Club legend. In the last 3 years, her team, known as Team Hustle with Heart, has been in the top 50 every single year for those 3 years, which is very, very impressive. She just keeps going up and up and up. And recently she hit the pinnacle in ranks, which is Superstar Diamond. So coming from Minneapolis, Minnesota, please welcome Molly Asplin. Hello.
Hello, it's so great to be here.
It's so great to see you. Congratulations on your recent rank advancement.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to get moving with the call. It's Summit Week. Everybody's pretty excited. Why don't you let the audience know how and why you became a coach?
Sounds good. Well, happy Summit Week, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and honored to be here and share about this exciting topic today. So a little bit about who I am and what life looked like before I became a coach. So before coaching, my life was really good. I was working at a corporate job in corporate finance. I was in accounting at a large company, and I really liked my job. I liked my supervisor, I liked my peers, I liked my company, and overall, I liked my job responsibilities. I was doing what I went to school for. I was doing what I had worked really hard for. I'm someone who likes to work hard, and so I spent long days at the office, and I just felt like I could see my career path up the corporate ladder, and that's where I was supposed to be. My husband and I got married. We had a nice house in the suburbs, and again, I felt like I was just checking all those boxes and doing what I had set out to do. Well, about 5 to 6 years into my corporate job, I started to have these feelings. And maybe some of you can relate, but I would drive to work in the morning and I would start to have this feeling of blah and this void of, is this really it? Like, is this really what I'm meant to do from now until retirement? And the gap was that I didn't really feel like I was making a difference. I didn't feel like I had one-to-one, connection of actually impacting people's lives. And sometimes on my way home from work, I would think about, okay, what did I do today? What did I accomplish? And although I had gone to all my meetings and done my spreadsheets and fulfilled all my job responsibilities well, there was this piece of, I don't feel like I'm contributing to society in a meaningful way. And over time, that was just starting to wear on me. So how I got into coaching is one day I would go to the gym at my work pretty much every noon hour. I would go to the fitness classes there, and the fitness instructor there, she and I had a good relationship, and she said, Molly, have you ever thought about this online coaching? And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it existed, but we got to talking about it, and I really liked the sounds of it. So I kind of jumped in, not knowing a whole lot about it, but I liked that it was something I could do outside of this job that I liked to kind of fill my fulfillment cup. And so I started coaching simultaneously to doing my own first round of the 21-day fix. And here we are, 4 years later.
What I love about that story is that was just about 4 years ago. And people think that, everybody knows Beachbody. Everybody knows what this coaching thing is. So no one knows. No one knows what it is unless you talk to somebody. So great story.
Thank you. Yeah.
Glad you took her up on her offer. So bring us to why you're on the call today. Why this topic? Why now? And take it away.
Sure. So Summit Week, you guys, this is such an exciting time, and I'm passionate about this topic and events in general, because for me, they were really what propelled me into action and really what got my business rolling. So they built momentum. They helped me believe in myself. They helped me know that I was part of something much bigger than just me at home taking sweaty selfies. And my first summit, which was just a few months into me starting coaching, I went as a baby coach. It was a game changer. It was a catalyst for me. And I came home and my business really took off after that. So I'm excited to share about that today. Community is the glue. I think it can be really the difference maker in this business. We're going to talk about getting what you came here for, going to Summit and truly getting a return on your investment. And then lastly, having an open mind when you go to Summit, when you go to events, and just dreaming bigger. So with that, the first point I want to dive into is community is the glue. So you guys, I love what Beachbody has to offer. I always have the workouts, the Shakeology, the nutritionals, Beachbody On Demand, fitness, challenge groups. I love all of it so much. But I think when you learn that you're part of something bigger, you're part of this team Beachbody, and we all link arms and get in the same setting, it is actually an electric experience. And I didn't really understand that until I got to Summit my very first year. I learned that community was actually something that I was craving, and I think it's something that society, our challengers, our customers, the people who are watching us on social media, it's what they crave as well. And so when you get to Summit, whether this is your first year or your fourth year, really lean into that community and know that you are part of it. You do belong there. Even if you're brand new and maybe you're going alone, don't be afraid to take a sweaty selfie with the stranger next to you at the workout. Start a conversation with that teammate that you've never actually met in person, but now you see them at Summit. Really immerse yourself into that community, because that energy sticks with you after you've gone home from Summit, and it is really powerful. Like I said, I remember my first Summit and how I was so nervous to go. And I went with one other coach at the time, and we were both brand new and we were so scared. But I got there and I knew that I wanted to go back with a team, because I knew that experience was like no other, and it would actually be selfish if I went back the following year by myself. So I set out to say, okay, next year I come back, I have to bring someone along with me, a team along with me, to be part of this community, because this is really powerful. And I started sharing about that. So I encourage you to share about the community, and we'll dive in a little bit more to that, but share about it in your challenge groups. Share about it with your audience, because it gives you a level of credibility. It gave me a level of credibility that I didn't have prior to going into it, because people learned, like, wow, Molly's she's part of something bigger with this. This seems like a really cool event, and it's going to give you a leg up that you didn't have prior to going to Summit. So just to reiterate, community is huge. Lean into it. You absolutely belong there, even if it's your first year and you don't know anyone. So getting into point number 2, getting what you came here for. So truly getting your return out of Summit. Really try to be present in the sessions, the workshops, the general sessions, the workouts. There's a lot going on at Summit, and there's parties, and there's new friends, and there's all of the things. I personally like to have a notebook dedicated just to Summit, where I can get all my Summit takeaways written out. So while in the sessions, you guys really try to be focused and listen to those speakers who have put together amazing content for you. I know it's really tempting to want to be on your phone, right, and share everything that's going on. Absolutely do that, but remember, get the content, put it in your phone, and then try to really be focused at the event, because you can use this content long after Summit is over. It's not like you have to post everything live time. Sometimes I see coaches just on their phones the entire time, and I've been in that place too, because you're so tempted to want to just share with everyone, but really take a step back and get what you came there for in terms of content. What I like to do is, you're going to have a bunch of different notes coming out of Summit. And when I am on the plane ride home or the car ride home, I like to get out my highlighter and I like to highlight everything, my biggest takeaways. And then I like to pick 3 things, my 3 main things that I know are going to help me with my personal business, and put them into action. That way I know that I'm going to be implementing and doing those 3 things, rather than, feeling overwhelmed and not doing any of it. Now, maybe you are a leader of a team, and maybe this is your 3rd, 4th Summit. you're still going to have takeaways, because although the general experience of Summit might stay the same, you as a coach, as a leader, as a person, you've grown. And so you're going to hear the content in a different way. And that said, take your highlighter and find that content that your team needs to hear. Get new ideas for team calls. Bring back everything you can to your teammates who perhaps didn't get to go. But that's go with that fresh set of eyes, because each year you will take away something different and something very relevant. Now, Summit is an investment in you. And that does not mean that you have to go sit in your room and study. Doesn't mean that you have to miss out on the parties or anything like that. Soak all of that up, because it's awesome. But when that super workout rolls around on Saturday morning at 7 a.m., I think it is, and you have to get up at 5 or whatever, you are going to want to press snooze. You're thinking, gosh, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. But you guys, every moment at Summit is so worth it. Go to all of the things and come home with as much as you can, because the energy of Summit will die off a little bit when you leave. But it's up to you as the coach, as the business owner, to bring all the good content and the good energy home with you. So, getting into my third and final point. Sandy, do you have...
I just want to step in for a second, because if people are just joining us, you've had 2 points already out of 3. The first one, community is the glue. And the second one is about get what you came here for. So when I was thinking about what you were talking about, community is the glue, I just keep thinking that it's not only events, it's your coaching business. So the parallels to coaching are so similar, because coaching requires a community. It requires accountability, friendships, finding your tribe. So it's so similar to people even not going to Summit, that community is the glue. And the second point that you had, which is get what you came here for, it is about investment, and that's a personal investment. Everything about coaching is you diving in, you jumping in. Get what you came here for. Get what you signed up for. Go get it. So I love your points, because they're so similar to just your general coaching. So last point, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No worries. So yeah, the last point, you guys, the third and final point is keep an open mind with all of this and dream bigger. So you are going to have multiple feelings and emotions that come up at Summit. Even if you're not a feely, emotional type of person, there's going to be something that hits your heart and hits your core that tells you, oh yeah, that's something I should do. And when you have that moment, recognize it, or moments, because it's going to happen more than once. Recognize it. And instead of putting that wall up and, saying the but, because I know this is what I did my first Summit, and I still do this, but that's not for me. But I'm not ready to do that yet. But I'm not far enough along on my own coaching journey yet. Stop yourself before that happens and lean into it. And what I told myself my first Summit is, I think that is for me. I want to share an example about when I was sitting in one of the workshops, my very first year at Summit. One of the speakers was talking about building a thriving team and a culture that, was a mirror of her own values. And she had built this tribe. And I was so inspired by that. And then I said, oh, well, I've just been coaching for a few months. Like, there's no way I'm ready to do that. Like, I only have one coach right now. But I said, no, Molly, like, what if I did go home and start really trying to find people like me who want to do this alongside me, arm in arm? And so I left that workshop and I left that Summit, set out to find the team. And of course, it's a multi-year thing, right? It took me a while, but today I have that thriving team and that culture that I'm just so proud of. So don't be afraid to let yourself go there, because although it might not happen overnight, you can come back to Summit the next year as a totally different coach and a totally different person. I want to share also that my first Summit, getting the return out and dreaming bigger, I came home and I really put what I learned into action and implemented and started working really hard with it. And my first week coming out of Summit, as a pretty new coach, I earned $450. It was my biggest paycheck, And, like I said, that was kind of the catalyst of my business. And I got the return out of Summit, right? Because maybe you're not going to have a $450 week coming out of it, but in time, you're going to earn that return back and then some. And you're going to start to dream bigger and do bigger if you allow yourself to go execute on what you've learned. So just to recap, my 3 points, you guys: community is the glue. These are your people. You belong there. There's not many people who will get up with you at 5 a.m. to go do a workout, but these people are your people, so immerse yourself. Number 2, get what you came there for. Be present, do all of the things, take your nuggets home with you. And number 3, keep an open mind and really try to dream bigger and do bigger.
Awesome. You know what? That third point, I was just thinking that's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was, like, to me, it was accountability. The second one was investment. And the third one is purpose. That's a great story, because the investment, it comes up front, when you sign up for being a coach, or you sign up for a summit, or you commit to anything. That's your decision. That's your initial commitment. But the return on that personal investment comes later.
Right. Might not happen immediately, but it will happen.
Well, then let's talk about the last closing question, which is about personal fulfillment. What has coaching done for you?
When I look back at how things used to be, I know it would have been death by 1,000 small paper cuts for me. So my life was good, right? And there was nothing morbidly bad. I wasn't in a dire financial situation. I had a good job that I liked. I didn't have a chronic illness or a health situation, and I'm so grateful for where I was at that point in time. But there was also a very big piece of my everyday, my 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, that left me feeling very empty. And I think when you let yourself do that day after day after day, you start to feel dead inside. And that lack of fulfillment was eating at me more, looking back, a lot more than I thought. At the end of the day, I just wanted to feel like I was making a difference in the world, and coaching was that gift that allowed me to feel like I'm making that one-to-one impact on others' lives. And I've learned that this business does not play favorites, and I think that's so special, because for me, it helped me believe that just an ordinary accountant who's passionate about health and fitness can do something like this and be successful with it in a lot of different ways. It has never been about quantity for me, so I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers, but it has really been about relationships with other people, and maybe I can be that one person who touches them in a different way, who helps them gets results in a different way that they haven't experienced before, because they haven't had a coach before. It's helped my husband and I grow so much closer together and just dream bigger together. It's helped him in his full-time job as well, personal development and all of that. And I was someone who always thought I had to live in a box, a cookie cutter box. This is just what I do. And I was so scared to step out and do something different. But so many coaches who have gone before me, who I don't even know personally, but have been my inspiration because I've watched them. I think about, if I can do that for other people who are driving to work in the morning thinking, oh, is this really it? Like, is this what I'm going to do until retirement? Then I've made a big difference. And then I think about my daughter. I have a 10-month-old, and it's so easy to tell our children, like, dream big, go do whatever you want, chase your dreams. But I really want her to see her mom living that out and showing her, not just telling her. Because if we can show people what dreaming and doing looks like, I think that's the ultimate gift.
You got me with the daughter part at the end there. My gosh, because that is really who you are, your true self and what she sees. Thank you so much. You've done so much in 4 years, and you are just an inspiration to others. And I bet you didn't know that when you were thinking of your corporate job in the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue. Thank you so much, Sandy.
You felt dead inside. While you were talking, I was looking at a post by Shanti, and you know how I do my affirmations at the end of the call, and he wrote something. I was like, couldn't be more perfect for Molly. And it said, if you don't go for it, life is going to go without you.
Oh, I love that.
Can you see that? Yeah.
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, how unbelievably perfect, because she went for it. She went alone her first summit. She created a community. She built this on her own. So it feels even more personally rewarding when you build it from the ground up. So congratulations to you on all your success. And
thank you so much.
It is Summit Week, everybody. So if you are following us on Facebook or the Coach Online Office, there's going to be so much happening. It is going to be an insane week with lots and lots of announcements, and everything that Molly's been sharing with you today with her experience going to Summit all these years. Feel like you are there. Go with us. Go places. In fact, I had another affirmation. I was going to say, go everywhere.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first one. And then I saw Shanti's. But go everywhere, meaning go. You don't have to physically be there. But when you go places, you not only collect stories, you collect experiences. And that is what Molly has been doing, is she has been just going for it. Because if she doesn't go for it, life's going to go on without her. So thanks, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you here next week. Bye-bye.